One word, Megatron. Our next guest doesn't need an introduction. One of the greatest football players of all time, a Hall of Famer, some of the most insane highlight grabs you will ever see. Please welcome back to the breakfast table, former, unfortunately, because I'd love to see you still out there doing your thing, Calvin Johnson.
What up, Calvin?
Thank you for hanging out with us.
What's happening, folks? Good to be on. Great to see you.
Great to see you. I love that you're on the show like every couple months now that Nate Burleson's not here, and we tried to get you on the show every day when he was here, and he said it couldn't happen. It's very interesting. I'm putting those dots together. Let's talk about your guy Stafford and this Super Bowl after 12 years in Detroit. Your guy is here on the biggest stage in his first season as a Ram. So I know you have a really special relationship with him. What does his success mean to you, and what do you think or what does it feel like to see him on the verge of winning this thing?
Yeah, we're all on his coattail vicariously for sure. You know, definitely rooting for him. You know, Matthew, heck of a leader. You know, all the good times we had together in Detroit, not just me, but all of us collectively as a team. You know, we're all rooting for him here because we know how hard the guy works. And he's just a heck of a guy. He's a heck of a pro. You know, you always want to see those guys that do it right, you know, have success.
The former teammates like yourself know the real Stafford way better than I think the media does, and your voice speaks volumes on that, Calvin. We're rooting for him this weekend, too. Meanwhile, Cooper Kupp, you two separated at birth, basically the same person. Calvin Johnson and Cooper. I can't even tell you guys apart. However, you do have one thing in common. Your record-breaking 2012 season, Calvin, was nearly eclipsed by Cooper Kupp. This guy fell 18 yards short. So level with us. Were you watching that game? What were you thinking as he was creeping toward the record? And just tell us Calvin Johnson's thoughts on Cooper Kupp in general.
I definitely watched that. You know, I'm trying to watch Matthew as much as I can, even though on the East Coast we're not getting all of his games. But yeah, of course I watched it, man. Everybody was on my phone like, "Oh, this might be the game." I'm like, "Oh, shoot, it might be." He was going ham. I honestly expected him to get it because he was going absolutely bonkers out there.
All right, so Calvin, I got to ask you. You got Cooper Kupp, you got OBJ, you got Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, so many receivers that are capable of breaking this game wide open at any given moment. Which group of wide receivers are you taking? Who do you like? And don't tell me the Matthew Stafford crew.
I'm definitely going with the Matthew Stafford crew, more than because of just the Matthew Stafford crew. We got some experience over there. You got Odell, you got Cooper Kupp, you know, and I love my guy Van Jefferson. You know, he's dealing with a little injury there, but that's Sean Jefferson's young seed. He was there watching us back in the day when he was like, you know, waist high in Detroit watching us practice. You know, so to see him catching touchdowns today from Matthew, you know, that's pretty dope.
It's cool. It's also cool because you've got a special relationship with the head coach of the LA Rams that goes all the way back to Atlanta high school football.
Here we go.
We'll go down this road. This is the Matthew Stafford and Clayton Kershaw were high school teammates. Stat of the day. Back in 2003, Sean McVay beat out Calvin Johnson for the Georgia State Player of the Year. Marist High School in Brookhaven. What do you remember about McVay, the player back then? And do you feel like you were snubbed? I mean, even he says now, like, it was kind of ridiculous that he did
look at Cal. He's like, yes.
See, I don't remember anything. I mean, that would happen if I get it now. I get it. If that happened in 2003, I graduated in 2004, so maybe that wasn't on my radar at the time, because when I heard about it in my last year in the league, when McVay came into the scene, that's the first time I heard about it. I had never heard about it before that. And to that point, I mean, each year the seniors have like a Super 11 in Atlanta, like the top 11 players. He wasn't on that list, so I guess it makes sense now. If he graduated in 2003, that makes sense, but I'll go for it.
That's it.
You know, everyone's so outrageous. The game tape, I think they got it right.
I think he was better.
He looks incredible, Calvin, does he not?
I wasn't even looking at the game film because I was just so distracted by the comment. You know, I just get thrown off every time I hear that.
All right. Well, let's pull up another thing that you're never asked about. Calvin, about you coming back and playing again. No, listen, when you retire, when you did, people's perception is that it's earlier than you could have, you're always going to have to ask the question, could you come back? Would you come back? Barry got it for years, too. Never mind, will you? We know you're very happy in your life and your businesses. Could you? Next year, if out of nowhere you decide you want to come back and play in the NFL, could you do it this fall?
And I'll tell you what I told Matthew earlier this season. I was like, hey, man, I got a couple red zone routes in me. I could jump. Okay. I got half my vertical. But if I get out there running around, man, my ankle's gonna swell up and turn into water balloons, man. It's not. I can't even sustain for a half.
Wow.
That's so gross. I love it. Calvin Johnson, we love that you're stopping by the show. I know you're rooting for your boy, Matthew Stafford. I don't know if you'll be in the area. If you are, stop by our show whenever, and we'll tell Nate Burleson you say hi.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Great to see y'all. D-Hall, much respect. Great to see you, brother. Love playing against you, bro.
Absolutely, man. I loved it, too.
Oh, I love DB wide receiver.
So nice.
Respect.
Yeah,
It's so nice when they're not on the field.